Stop on, bro. I don't got shit to say. Like, they keep saying shit about you, though, on bees.
I'm at the bank.
Why would you say that, bro?
Well, they need to get off your top.
Baby, when I tell you the internet is in shambles today, I mean it. Because apparently, Chrisean Rock might not be just dodging drama. She might be dodging the law. Social media has been buzzing nonstop with claims that she's allegedly on the run over a bank fraud situation so messy it makes reality TV look like a church picnic. And the plot twist? People online swear her 19-year-old boyfriend, Top Hat 33K, is the one who supposedly put her up to it. Now, whether any of this is real or just the internet doing what it does best, the tea is boiling over. So grab your cups, loves, because the story behind these allegations is wild, chaotic, and somehow still getting worse by the minute. Baby, the internet has been working overtime today because the way Chrisean Rock's name is being dragged through every corner of social media, it's giving full-blown scandal, and nobody can agree on what's real and what's just the streets talking. Allegations are swirling everywhere. Some people online are claiming she might be mixed up in a bank fraud situation so messy it has fans wondering whether this is drama, desperation, or something way darker. And the wildest part? The rumor mill is pointing fingers not just at her, but at her 19-year-old boyfriend, Top Hat 33K, with people insisting he's the one who allegedly pushed her into these shady money moves. Now let me be extremely clear. None of this has been confirmed. This is all internet chatter, anonymous messages, and screenshots being passed around faster than the truth can keep up. But the sheer volume of people saying the same thing is why this story is exploding the way it is. T-pages, fan pages, and even people claiming to be close sources are dropping hints like they're trying to start a bonfire. And according to them, this situation isn't just messy. It's a whole web of alleged scams, suspicious live streams, frantic texts, and receipts that people swear prove Cash Rock might have known more than she let on. What's sending everyone over the edge is how these allegations connect back to that chaotic live stream at the bank. You remember, the one where her boyfriend suddenly got tense, told her to stop sharing her location, and then ended the live faster than a guilty conscience. At the time, it just looked like controlling behavior or regular drama. But now, with these claims resurfacing, the math is mathing a little too hard for some people, and the timeline is starting to look interesting. But here's where it gets even crazier. Screenshots circulating online are supposedly showing conversations about fake checks, CPNs, and a $15,000 situation that has the internet clutching their pearls. Again, these are just messages floating around the web. Nobody knows if they're legit, edited, exaggerated, or completely made up. But the fact that so many accounts are reposting the same content has people wondering whether there's more to the story than just typical online mess. And baby, that's not even the end. These rumors link back to past drama, old accusations, and money situations that fans thought were buried months ago. But apparently the internet has decided to resurrect everything today. It's giving this might be deeper than anyone thought. And honestly, the way new claims keep popping up every hour, this story might be heading somewhere none of us expected. So buckle up, because whether this turns out to be the biggest misunderstanding of the year or the beginning of a full-blown legal saga, the streets are convinced there's a lot more beneath the surface, and the receipts being passed around are only getting wilder. Now, before we dive deeper into this mess, let's rewind for a second, because if you're wondering why Cash Rock's name keeps popping up in conversations about money, scams, and suspicious behavior, this isn't the first time the internet has raised an eyebrow at her. Cash Rock is known for being chaos wrapped in charisma, the girl who can go viral without even trying. And while fans love her for being raw and unfiltered, she also has a history of popping up in stories that involve questionable money situations. Just 2 weeks ago, people online were already accusing her of being tied to one of those fan account bank schemes where scammers promise to deposit money, take a cut, and then allegedly drain the account. Nothing was confirmed, but her name was floating around those conversations way too much for comfort. So when these new allegations surfaced, the internet didn't hesitate. They connected the dots instantly, whether the dots belonged together or not. And that brings us to the moment that everyone is suddenly rewatching like detectives. Remember when Cash Rock went live at the bank with her boyfriend, Top Hat 33K? At first, it seemed like typical Cash chaos. She's talking to the camera, vibing, minding her business. But the second he realized she was at the bank and had said it out loud, phew, baby, his whole energy shifted. He got flustered, irritated, and told her to stop telling people where she was. Then, right when she popped in his live, he shut the whole thing down faster than a bad first date. At the time, folks chalked it up to him being controlling or dramatic. But now, in light of these new allegations circulating online, people are going back to that moment like, hold on, why was he so pressed? The timing, the tension, the abrupt ending. Suddenly, it's giving a lot more than relationship drama. It's giving, this might be deeper than we thought. And the internet detectives didn't stop there. Screenshots, text threads, and supposed receipts have been circulating, all claiming to show conversations about Cash Rock busting checks, which is slang some people use for cashing fake or fraudulent checks. Again, these are just messages online. Nobody knows if they're legit, edited, or completely fabricated. But according to what's being passed around, someone is claiming that Cash knew the checks were fake, came to them for money, and even asked about a CPN to get a car and an apartment. The most chaotic part of these alleged messages? The claim that she hit a $15,000 check while on live stream, which is why the person in the messages was supposedly freaking out, saying she could get caught, telling people she might snitch, and warning others to back away before they all got pulled into the mess. The messages also allege that police were at the bank and that Cash left with her friend once things started looking suspicious. None of this is confirmed, but the rumor mill is eating it up like it's gospel, and that's why the story exploded the way it did. Now, here's why fans are saying these allegations, if they turn out to be true, would be a huge problem. In California, check fraud isn't just some slap-on-the-wrist situation. Under state law, knowingly cashing fake or altered checks with the intention to deceive is a crime that can be charged as either a misdemeanor or a felony. And once the amount hits over $950, which this rumor claims was $15,000, the situation automatically leans toward felony territory. That can mean months or years in jail, fines, and having to pay back the money. And if a fake identity or CPN is involved, that opens the door for additional charges like identity theft. So while we don't know what's true or what's just the internet doing internet things, that's why people are saying, if any of this is real, Cash might be in deeper water than she realizes. It's not just drama. It's potentially legal drama. And that's the part that has everyone online spiraling. And the wild part is this isn't even coming out of nowhere. Because if you've been keeping up with Cash Rock lately, you know her name has already been floating around scam accusations long before today's chaos started trending. Just 2 weeks ago, literally 14 days, fans online were accusing her of being tied to one of those fan account banking schemes where scammers message people like, hey, I'll deposit money into your account, we'll split it quick, easy cash, and then either take a cut or drain the whole account once they get access. Again, let's be clear, these were just accusations made by social media users. Nothing confirmed, nothing proven, nothing official. But her name kept popping up over and over on different T pages, Reddit threads, and comment sections, and people were like, why is she always around these money scandals? It created this pattern of suspicion, not evidence, just vibes, and that's exactly why the new claims spiraled so fast. Folks were already side-eyeing her, so when these new alleged receipts dropped, people grabbed onto them like they had been waiting for part 2 of a saga nobody signed up for. Now let's get into the part that has everyone replaying the situation like detectives on a mission. According to the stories circulating online, Cash Rock didn't just go to the bank for a quick stop. She was there with Marsh, and allegedly everything was chill at first. People are saying she and Marsh walked in laughing, talking, giving confident energy like it was just a typical errand. But somewhere between the deposit slips and the side-eye from the employees, the vibe supposedly shifted. Online claims say the bank staff started whispering, moving differently, and giving that something's not adding up energy. And that's when things allegedly got weird. Instead of staying and handling whatever was going on, the rumor mill says Cash and Marsh dipped quickly. No questions, no clarifications, no, oh, this must be a misunderstanding. According to the circulating messages, they allegedly just walked out as soon as they felt the atmosphere tighten. And that's exactly what his viewers asking. But why leave if everything was normal? Because now, with the screenshots claiming police were already nearby and other people in those messages warning Cash that she might get caught, folks are connecting dots like they're building a conspiracy board. Alleged or not, the timing of that sudden exit is what's feeding the internet frenzy. People feel like that moment looks very different now that these new rumors have surfaced. But, baby, if you thought the bank situation was messy enough on its own, this next layer might actually be the most chaotic part of the entire story. Because right in the middle of the bank fraud allegations swirling around, the whole Zeus/Lemmy situation stormed back into the spotlight like it refuses to stay quiet. Cash Rock has been beefing with Zeus CEO Lemmy Plummer for months now, accusing him of exploiting her, withholding money, sabotaging her contract, and even claiming he did some foul stuff behind the scenes that made her feel unsafe. Lemmy, on the other hand, has been responding with full scripture, talking about spiritual darkness, bad intentions, and telling her to seek healing. It's been giving spiritual warfare meets network drama meets family reunion argument. And just when that storyline felt like it was cooling off, rumors resurfaced again because the alleged text messages floating around now suggest she may have tried to set him up, or at least that's what the online claims are implying. Again, allegations, not facts. But the internet loves a messy crossover episode, so suddenly everyone is wondering if all of this drama, the money scandals, the sudden exits, the contract dispute, the spiritual messages, the alleged setup, is connected somehow. Is Cash Rock surrounded by people who are setting her up? Is she making chaotic decisions on her own? Is this whole thing one giant misunderstanding? Or are we watching separate fires that just happen to be burning at the same time? Whatever the truth is, this chapter of the story is making people ask a bigger question. Is this all one giant storm she walked into? Or is the universe throwing every plot twist at her at the same time? Because the timing, the tension, and the layers of accusations feel like something out of a Netflix drama, and the internet is eating it all up wondering what's going to drop next. And now, let's take a step back, because sometimes you need to pull the camera wide to really understand the picture forming in front of you. Over the past few months, Chrisean Rock's name has been circulating in what feels like a constant loop of headlines, clips, accusations, live stream moments, and internet theories. Every week, the discourse shifts, but somehow she stays in the center of it. You've got the arguments that went viral, the financial drama people keep debating online, the conflicts with friends, partners, and platforms that explode across social media, random receipts, people swear prove something, even when no one can confirm anything, old controversies resurfacing the moment new ones pop up, and then the live stream moments that the internet dissects frame by frame. It's like a domino effect. One situation resets, and another one falls. Then another. Then another. And here's the part that has the internet pausing. At what point does the drama stop being just drama and start looking like someone is genuinely overwhelmed? Because whether people love Chrisean, criticize her, defend her, or don't know what to think at all, almost everyone agrees on one thing. There's a lot happening around her. All at once. All the time. That's why viewers, fans, and even people who don't really follow her are asking the same big question. Is Chrisean Rock just caught in the chaos? Or is the chaos catching up to her? So, with everything piling up, the online claims, the viral clips, the constant back and forths, we're left with a storyline that's getting harder and harder to predict. Is Chrisean someone who's being pushed, pulled, and manipulated by the people around her? Or is she the one steering the chaos from behind the scenes, more in control than it appears? What do you think? Is she overwhelmed? Is she being played? Or is she masterminding her own storm? Drop your thoughts below, because if there's one thing we know for sure, this story is nowhere near the end.